What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Fan Awakens. I am Eli, and I appreciate you guys, um, just all the support on the channel, letting me know in the comments what you guys liked, what kind of content you want to see. It all goes a long way, helps me out a ton, and I appreciate it greatly. But today we have a ton of news, and I'm hopefully going to get through it really quick and really concise. But if I ramble, I apologize. But it's so exciting. We're like a month away from Celebration, and finally we got more panel info. We got a whole panel schedule out, and we have a lot of information in the newsletter as far as how the panel is going to work. It is very, very, very similar to Star Wars Celebration 2019. So, luckily, I like the system, and I think it works well. So, we're going to see how it goes. But today, I thought that I would kind of go over this newsletter that we got, dissect it a little bit, and hopefully by the end of the video, you guys, if anyone here is new to Celebration, you know, has a better understanding of how things are going to work and are set up for success in this endeavor. So I wish you all luck, but let's get into this. So really, most of this is just confirming that panel reservations are going to be back. They're not going to be doing any inline, like in-person queuing overnight for those big morning panels. And B, the lightning or Lightspeed, I always say lightning. Lightspeed reservation system is back, and we'll kind of get into all of that. Excuse me. Uh, but really, the gist of it is, and I'll link all these in the description so you guys can read it for yourself, go through it. There's a lot to see on the panel side over here, which we'll get to in a bit. But most of this is just saying that for the big panels and for the vendor lotteries, before you even get your badges, unless, I mean, depending on how early they mail them to us, we're just going to go to StarWarsCelebration.com like you normally would. We just go here. When you go into the website, there's going to be a place to log in, um, and you'll actually be able to register. It's not up yet, but you'll be able to register um, for those panel lotteries. So you'll basically pull up a screen, and it's going to have little check boxes, most likely, where it's going to say, and it's only for one panel a day, just the big ones. So Saturday we have the Disney Plus live action panel. So if you're interested in trying to get into that, you click that. Then the Friday panel we still don't know is going to be movies. I have this hunch it's going to be a gaming panel, but we'll get into that in a minute. You'll select all of them. So if you're there all 4 days, I would just say click them all. Unless you really don't care about them, um, might as well roll the dice. You'll click them, and if you want to try and get vendor exclusives like the Funko exclusives, or if there's Lego or like Hasbro, you'll be able to select those in advance too. And basically, you list yourself and like, okay, enter, submit. Now it's out of out of mind, out of my hands. It's up to the luck, the roll of dice. Um, so you'll find out. Say it's Thursday, first day of the convention. You'll find out probably about 9 a.m. You'll get an email saying yes, you are getting into that morning panel. All the morning panels are going to start at 11 o'clock. So it gives you time. The big thing to remember, and it does say in here, is that if you're accepted and you get lucky and get in there, you get an email and you have to accept that invite. So you have to accept it to make sure that you're reserved, and then you'll just make sure you have your pass on you because they'll scan the QR code on here, and that'll be your ticket into the panel. Now, I do want to say if you have a Jedi Master badge, you don't have to worry about it because you get automatically into everything, which is awesome. Um, if not, though, yeah, definitely check those emails. Now, there's also something called Lightspeed reservations, which that is basically the on the day version of, think of it like a fast pass. Um, so for all the major panels each morning, Disney Plus panel, Mandalorian panel, Bad Batch panel, and the Friday panel, which we don't know what it is yet, um, they're gonna fill it up, but there's a chance that they don't end up filling all the seats. Not everybody ends up confirming their emails. So there's going to be a small window, and I imagine it will be a matter of seconds. But at a point, they're going to open that up so that you can try and reserve it. And this will be a lot more clear once they have the app. um, up, and I'll go through it then. But in the app, you can actually make those reservations. So every day, if you're dying to get in that panel and you didn't get selected, you can still try and get it. Um, it'll be on a first come first serve basis, but you still let's see what the actual quote they give you. Blah, 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 no staying overnight. Okay, okay. Randomly. Okay, if selected randomly, you will be given an opportunity to accept your panel selection via email. Any remaining unclaimed admissions will be open for Lightspeed Lane panel reservations each morning on the mobile app. So that's just something to keep in mind. As more news comes out, it'll be more clear how that's gonna work. Um, Beyond that, the Lightspeed line, which is all through the app, is convenient because if you don't want to wait like I did last celebration for 7 hours in a line to get in the store, you can reserve your time on there. Do it once a day. It'll tell you, hey, you get to go in the store at 4:30 to 5. So you just show up, get in the store real quick, get your merch, get back on the floor. I will say at Celebration 2019 that Lightspeed Lane did not work the first day, but the first day they also had a just an amalgamation of issues. So much went wrong. I met some awesome people in the line though, so it was still a great experience, albeit, uh, you know, not ideal. Um, but yeah, the Lightspeed thing, you can basically reserve your spot in the store. But the other thing you can do with the Lightspeed lane reservation is you can also reserve a spot in one major panel a day, not including the morning panels. So there's going to be a bunch of major panels, big panels in the main stage. Like I know on Sunday they're doing a Mandalorian, not Mandalorian, uh, Siege of Mandalore screening with the final 4 episodes with Dave Filoni on the stage and everything. So you would be able to like reserve that. I think it's like from 1 to 3 or 2 to 4 p.m. So things like that you can reserve. In most cases, you don't have to because the stage isn't going to fill up for anything outside of that first panel. It'll get pretty full, and you never know. So if there's something that you're like, I have to see this, I have to, definitely use that one reservation for it. It'll be really nice. Um, but yeah, I don't mind waiting in line. I've said before in videos, but like if you're having to shell out money, like I'm paying more money than I wish I would have to for my hotel, I want to sleep in it, you know? I want to sleep in it. I don't want to be miserable. Uh and I've heard so many stories and I've had experiences myself of waiting in like an overnight line or a really long line and not getting in because people will like invite their friends and everybody cuts the line and that's just miserable. That's miserable. There's nothing you can really do about it, and it'll ruin your day. So I'm actually a fan of the online queue stuff. So this is we're gonna get a lot more of this information as time goes on. But this is a great article. I recommend everybody here gives it a read. Um, and so yeah, I would say definitely take this to heart, give that a read. But here we do have the panels, and I'll link this below as well. But this is sweet. I am getting so excited now because we have it all here. I made a list. Um, you guys know me and my list, but I basically charted down every panel that I am at least interested in to some level of seeing. Uh, so yes, there's probably like 40, no, maybe 30 panels I wrote down. Am I going to go to all of them? No chance. No chance. Am I going to go to half of them? No chance. But I might go to like 6, 7 at most, maybe 8. I spend a lot of my time on the floor, a lot of my time at the Star Wars show stage just because I think it's great. You can just wait there and you get to see all your favorite people on stage right in front of you. And, like, yeah, maybe you didn't get into the panel. I'm going to say this again, I've said it before. If you are dying to see someone like Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, um, and you don't get into a panel with them, just wait by the celebration stage after their panel. Almost always after the main panels, they then go to the celebration stage, which is or the Star Wars show stage, which is just right in the middle of the floor, and you still get to see him be interviewed. Last time they were shooting shirts out, and I caught a shirt from Aaron Kellyman, played Enfys Nest. But yeah, that's enough of that. This isn't. I really like the way they design this because you can actually filter it out easily with one click. to see which panels are on which days. It gives you a time and a date. It tells you which stage it's going to be on. Which once the app is out, we're actually going to have a map on there, and it'll tell you where the stages are. The app last time was actually very useful. And you can even like, oh, I want to see which creature specific panels or arts and crafts. They have a ton of those. Um, the future of Star Wars. They have so much stuff. Educational droids, you name it. But yeah, so I think it's pretty awesome. And honestly, I'm surprised by the amount of panels they have. I heard rumors like, oh, there's not going to be as many panels because of COVID and everything. They're trying to sort of space out the times. Doesn't seem like the case. I'm so excited. There's so many. Like I said, I wrote down so many of them. I'll go through some of my favorites real quick, and also the big ones. I'll go through the big ones first. Our morning panels Thursday, we have Lucasfilm Showcase, which is basically a showcase of all of our live action Disney Plus shows. So you're probably gonna have like Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau. I wouldn't doubt they have Pedro Pascal and like who else is gonna be there? Oh my gosh, why am I going blank? Rosario Dawson and who knows who else. Um, but it's gonna be a showcase for all the live action stuff. Friday we still don't know. As I touched on before, I would not doubt that it is either like a big gaming panel where they're like, "Hey, Fallen Order 2 coming to you this holiday season." I wouldn't doubt it, because a lot of people keep saying and take it with a grain of salt that it's going to come out this year. I wouldn't doubt that it comes out this year. I know they're working on it. It's been a long time since the first one, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if they're just like, "Hey, surprise, it's coming out," and that's the Friday panel. To the same end, my personal hope is that it's a live action film panel of some kind. We've had so many things announced, and we really don't know what exactly is happening. Like, I know there's no way they're making every movie that we've heard announced in the last couple years, because I mean the last we heard, the Ryan Johnson trilogy still happening. We have Rogue Squadron, Taika Waititi's movie, Kevin Feige's movie. There's so many, and there's more. There's more. I just can't think of them off the top of my head right now. Um, but yeah, I will go real quick before we end this video, and I hopefully leave in the comments what panels are you most excited for outside of the main ones. Now, give me the main panel you're most excited for, and then what do you think the Friday panel is going to be? And I'm going to give you one more task. What is your biggest, you know, what panel do you want to see the most that's not one of the main ones? For me, I just wrote down a couple. There's a publishing panel on the first day. The one that I'm probably most excited for on the first day is going to be Ian McDermott. He's doing a panel at 1:30 to 2:30 where he's just sitting down and sort of giving insight, behind the scenes stuff, telling stories about his time on Star Wars. And I'm a big fan of Ian McDermott. My Twitch name is Uncle Sheev. Like, I love the guy. So I'm really excited for that. Second day, also first day. There's a panel called about the mothers of Star Wars, and like I think that, let me find where it's at. Where it's at? Thursday. What time is it? 6 to 7. Give me a moment, people. Give me a moment. Yeah. Calling all Star Wars moms. Mothers are so integral to every aspect of the history and storytelling. Voices are often overlooked. Um, and I just think it's a cool idea for a panel. What role do fan moms play in Star Wars, and how can their voices be represented? I think this is a panel that I definitely want to try and make time for. My mom wasn't like a die-hard Star Wars fan, but she was born in 1970, so she definitely has stories of like going to see Star Wars when it came out, and she's like a casual fan, but she always um enabled me to be a fan of Star Wars. It was something she's very open to. I had a lot of Jar Jar things when I was young. And one of my favorite memories is just, I think I was in fifth grade or sixth grade when Revenge of the Sith came out. And she told me, like, we're not unfortunately going to probably be able to go for a while. And, like, I was bummed, but, I had accepted that. We're probably not going to see it for a little while. And then, Thursday came around, and Friday might have been, and I was getting ready to go to sleep. It was Thursday night, and she's like, "Don't get ready for bed. We're going to see Star Wars," and that blew me away. Blew me away. I thought it surprised the hell out of me. I still remember being, a kid and knowing that obviously Anakin's gonna be Darth Vader, but in my mind, Anakin was like my hero. I don't, and then Obi-Wan was my hero. And yeah, we've all been through it, but um, I just think that this is a panel that I'm gonna try my best to make. Uh, Outside of that, though, that's kind of like, I mean, the other stuff. There's a panel, 20th anniversary panel for Attack of the Clones on Friday, but it's at 2 o'clock. It's not the main panel, which I assumed that would have been our big Friday panel. I'm really excited for that though. Um, I there's certain, like, it'd be cool if like someone like Natalie Portman showed up because she hasn't really, you know, been around much, and I don't blame her. I doubt that'll happen, but that'd be a cool surprise. Bum bum bum. And then I'll say Saturday, Doug Chang. That's my big secondary panel. He's doing two of them, talking about the Mandalorian, conceptualizing it, designing, you know, designing the things in the Mandalorian, the sets and the costumes and things like that. I'm really excited to hear him speak. And then the final day, we have a Siege of Mandalore screening. Uh, Dave Filoni and some others are going to be on stage while they screen the Siege of Mandalore final four episode arc on a screen in the panel, which is super exciting. And then, of course, the last day they'll have the closing ceremony, tell us where the next celebration is going to be at, all that fun stuff. But there's so much to digest here. I appreciate all the support. Let me know what panels you're excited for. What do you think we're getting on Friday? Um, just let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all. If you like this video, leave a like. It helps me a ton. Subscribe to the channel for more. It really, really, really does help me out. Um, but thank you guys. I'm so excited for Celebration. We're a month out. I'm putting together a couple things to give away at Celebration. So if you see me, certainly say hello. And I'm also trying to put together an after event. So if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know what's the best day for you in the comments. Um, and if that's something you're interested in, I mean, I'm emailing a couple places. I don't really know how great of a chance that it's an actual like event rather than just a meetup, and we're just kind of meeting together as fans and just talking about the con and our experiences and stuff. But I really want to do something like that. Hopefully bring some people together. Uh, but yeah, I appreciate y'all. May the force be with you. Star Wars is for everyone, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.